Magandang umaga po mga kuyang. Mula dyan sa Luzon, Visayas and Mindanao. At ito'y nagbabalik po ang inyong Kuya Al. Ito'y pag-usapan po natin yung pagka-aresto nga ng ating former PRRD na ngayon ay nasa Dahig sa Netherlands, na ngayon ay nasa ICC, hawak na ng ICC. So ito po at talaga pong naninindigan po yung kampo ng Duterte family na ito ay parang tinatawag po nilang kidnapping. Ito'y kinidnap po ng banyaga ang ating former president na si Rodrigo Rua Duterte. So ito po ngayon yung illegal po na pag-aaresto sa ating pinakamamahal na PRRD. So ngayon po nga ito ay nasa jurisdiction ngayon ng ICC sa Netherlands, sa Dahig, Netherlands. Sa ngayon po ay katatapos nga lang po ng kanyang pre-trial at presentation po sa mga kasong kinakaharap ngayon ng ating former President Rodrigo Rua Duterte. So ito po ay panayan po natin maya po yung kanyang anak at isa pong abogado na si Attorney Harry Roque, kung ano po talaga nangyari at sino po talaga ang may sala sa pagka-aresto po ng ating former President Rodrigo Rua Duterte. So ito po yung ating bigyan po ng pansin mamaya po at papanayan po natin yung ating attorney na si Attorney Harry Roque na ngayon nasa Netherlands at ang ating BP Sara na si BP Sara Duterte na ngayon po ay nasa Netherlands din po. At ito po ay para pagsuporta po sa kanyang ama. At ito sa balita po natin, ito ay nagkikita po yung dalawa at nasa maayos naman daw po ang kalagayan po ng ating former president na CPRRD sa kanyang selda doon po sa Netherlands po sa ICC. So ito po ngayon yung ating pag-usapan ngayon mga kuyang, kung ano po ang kalagayan po ngayon ng ating former President Rodrigo Rua Duterte ngayon sa kinalalagyan po ngayon sa ICC court na ngayon ay kung kailan po yung kanyang pre-trial po ay na idaos na po. So ito po sana po ay ito pong pagdasal po na ito ay makabalik po sa ating bansa at ito ay ma-acquit o ang kanyang hatol ay not guilty verdict at wala namang tusong kasalanan at dahil ito naman po ay wala naman pong pinatay itong taon nito kundi ito lamang po ay sa mga lumalaban lang po sa mga pulis at ito'y sa mga law enforcer naman po talaga ang may nagkaroon po ng so yun lang dahil nga sa kanyang utos, sa kanyang mandato, kaya sinunod po yung ganong talaga po sa war on drugs. So ito po ay sa tingin niyo po ito'y laking tulong po sa panahon niya dahil nga napakadaming mga adik at napakadaming masasamang tao na ito'y kanya pong talaga pong pinipigilan na sumira sa ating mamamayang Pilipino. So ano po ngayon ang ito'y naitulong po nating gobyerno? Wala pong naitulong po nating gobyerno na itong si BBM ito kundi ito'y ipinagkanulo at ito'y binibigay po doon sa ibang dayuhan po yung ating former president na si former PRRD Rodrigo Rua Duterte. So ito nga ay ang kasalukuyang pong presidente po ang anong ginagawa lang po kundi ito'y kaliwat ka ng pangungulimbat at ito'y paglustay po ng kaban ng bayan at ito'y walang habas na pangungurakot po ng mga politiko sa kanyang administrasyon. So ito po yung ating tunghayan na ano po sa palagay niyo po mga kabayan, mga kuyang, mga na mga Pilipino na ngayon po yung kalagayan po ngayon ng ating estado ng Pilipinas. Kayo po ay ito na po atin ng pakinggan po si Harry Roque.
That we accept or accept jurisdiction acquired through kidnapping. I'm a bit disappointed at the practices of the ICC that has delayed the visit of a family member to an accused. We look up to the ICC as a model for international justice, and the fact that it has taken 2 days for a family member to see the accused, I think does not speak well of the practices of the court. We condemn it. Secondly, we are very much disappointed that the court did not address the issue of kidnapping as a means to divest the court of jurisdiction. We think that the ICC should again set an example in promoting international justice, and when kidnapping is allowed as a means of acquiring jurisdiction over the jurisdiction of the accused, we think this too is a travesty of justice. You cannot correct a wrong by committing another wrong. I think it is high time that the court clarify its position on this matter. It is unacceptable that we accept or accept jurisdiction acquired through kidnapping, especially when the kidnapping took place in the context of the Philippines, where the court is now being used as a tool of oppression by the Marcos government. But I reiterate, this is unheard of even in a country like the Philippines, where family members, a family member, a daughter no less, was not allowed access to her father. This is a very sad day for international justice. Very sad day.
I visited
Dito nga po ay may mensahe na po ang ating VP Sara Duterte mula doon sa Netherlands. So, talaga pong ito po ay kidnapping ang pagka-aresto po, pagkadala po doon sa dahig ICC Netherlands. So, yun po yung talaga pinanindigan po ng kampo ng mga Duterte. So, ito ay maliban po doon sa talaga pong doon sa pre-trial ay yun din yung ni Attorney Mijal Dia na iginit din niya yung maling pag-aresto at parang kidnapping nga daw yung pag-aresto ang ganung arrest sa ating former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. So ito po kita-kita naman po at halata naman po na talaga pong ito'y government maneuvers at talagang hindi pwedeng hindi involved po dito si BBM dahil nga siya may kapangyarihan sa dahil nga ito'y sitting president. So dapat ito'y siya mismo ang gumawa ng paraan upang ito'y hindi madala po doon sa higo. Subalit ito po ang talaga pong gumawa na para ito talaga aresto at madala doon sa ICC upang ito'y papanugituin mga sa itong kaso nga na tinatawag nila na crime against humanity ng ICC. So ito ginigit po ng kanyang anak na si VP Sara na ito nga ay illegal na pag-aresto at isang parang kidnapping nga daw yung dating po ng pagka-arrest at ito'y basta-basta na lamang po binibigay po sa ibang dayuhan yung ating former president na kung saan ay ito'y isang hero po sa kanyang panunungkulan noong 2016 hanggang itong 6 na taon na nanungkulan po sa Pilipinas po. At ito'y nagiging hero dahil nga ito'y isang mabuting presidente, ito'y yung mga masasamang elemento po ay kanya pong talaga pong linalabanan at ito na mga pong mga makakaliwa komunista at itong nasa politika ito naman po ang gumawa po ng paraan na para ito'y madiin at ito'y talagang ginawa ng paraan na ito'y madala po doon sa ICC at ang tutusin yung mayroon gumagana naman po yung ating batas dito sa Pilipinas. Ito po ating pong pakinggan po yung panayam po ng VP Sara Duterte doon po sa Netherlands.
President Duterte, he is in the hospital wing of the detention center, and he is in good spirits. He is well taken care of. Nag-comment lang siya na he really misses Filipino food. Yun lang. But very recently sa meal nila, meron ng rice. So that was a good development. And then we discussed about his legal team. And we discussed about the family. And we discussed about the country. When we talked, he, as a request, he asked me to go home. So he repeatedly said, do not leave the country, do not leave the Philippines. And so I told him na I know, I understand that. And I do not want to be here as well. Unfortunately, I am the only one who has a Schengen visa, and I am the only one who is a lawyer. So I told him that when we are able to meet with the legal team, that I will immediately return home and yes, do my work. But if you talk to lawyers, they call it extraordinary rendition, but for a family member like me, that's kidnapping. That's forcibly taking my father to another country and illegally arresting him. So that's clearly kidnapping. First off, I'd like to thank all our countrymen for your prayers and your profound support to the former presidents. We can feel your love, we can feel your anger, we can empathize with everyone, everyone's rage about what happened. And let us not be let us not forget the real issues in our country, and that is that is the poverty, that is corruption, that is the failure of the government to answer the demands from the people about accountability and transparency, and the failure of the government to address peace and security in our country. Inside his detention area, we met in the visitors area, and the demeanor was, you look well rested. I asked him that. I said, you look well rested. And then he said that, well, I don't do anything here except sleep and watch TV because he has access to a TV. And then I also, and then I asked him about the food because I know his preferences for food. And then he said, yes, well, that's my only complaint is that I really, really miss Filipino food. Specific ba? Ano na sa Bisaya baka na kulang
comment mo doon sa plano ng mga oportunidad na i-representahan ng Duterte sa Davao City. Ano ba yung oportunidad sa part
Yes, I heard about that. Search warrant applied for all the houses, all our houses, all the members of the family. And I mentioned to my siblings that you don't have control over this anymore. So I just told them to just secure your valuables and then just allow them to do the search. And then we expect that there will be planted evidence inside the houses. So
Wait lang. Meron gas-gas nga sa'yo.
Former Congressman Arnie Teves, it's exactly the same template. I told them that it's pointless. It's pointless to find. So just allow it to happen. It doesn't. But then I told them that no one should be hurt. No one should resist. Just allow.
Mga kuyang, punta naman tayo doon po sa pre-trial sa Dahig, Netherlands, doon mismo sa ICC kung saan ay talaga pong iginigiit po ni Attorney Mijal Dia na ito po ay isang parang kidnapping po ang pagka-aresto po at pagdala po ni former President PRRD doon po sa Dahig, Netherlands. So ito po ay ating pong pakinggan po at ating tunghayan po yung ito'y concern ni Attorney Mijal Dia sa pre-trial.
Has witnessed the degrading fashion in which a former president of a sovereign country was bundled into a private aircraft and summarily transported to The Hague. To us lawyers, this would be called an extrajudicial rendition. To the less legally inclined, it was a pure and simple kidnapping. My client was denied all access to the legal recourse in the country of his citizenship, and this all in the nature of political score settling. Two troubled entities struck an unlikely alliance. An incumbent president who wished to neutralize and choke the legacy of my client and his daughter on the other hand, and a troubled legal institution subject to delegitimization and desperate for a price cuts and a legal show today on the other hand. With this in mind, it is not surprising that my client was abducted from his country. ICC private jets do not drop out of the thin air. That jet which received my client was coordinated in advance. The UAE is not a state party to the ICC and has no obligation to cooperate with the court. Yet my client sat in transit in that country for more than 5 hours. I invite the registry's representative to present today in court to explain to the judges exactly how they believe this transfer was anything other than a gross abuse of process. Given the precipitous arrival of my client, an elderly man with debilitating medical issues, hard of hearing and poor of sight, he was taken to a hospital for observation. Only this morning have I met him for the first time with less than an hour to discuss legal issues. I have not been able to present him with a hard copy of the arrest warrant because we were not supplied with such. I have not even been able to explain to him what the prosecution requested when seeking the issuance of the arrest warrant. This is because the chamber only established a redacted version of the prosecution request last night. Other than to identify himself, my client is not able to contribute anything to this hearing. Most importantly, he is not able even to tell you that he has been informed of the charges as contained in the arrest warrant for a reason more pertinent to which I alluded in my written request to this honorable pre-trial chamber this morning, and which is confidential in nature. Accordingly, I repeat my respectful request, which was rejected this morning, to postpone the substantive aspect of this hearing to the next week, when I will have the opportunity to sit with my client and to explain to him what a confirmation hearing is and what the disclosure is, and how the prosecution alleges that he committed crimes. I thank the court for its attention and regret to say that I do not have instructions to continue my submission any further today. Thank you.
So ito na nga mga kabayan, ano po ang masasabi nyo? Comments na po kayo sa comment section below sa nangyayari po sa ating former president na si Rodrigo Roa Duterte ngayon sa The Hague, Netherlands. So ito po, ano po ang kahinatnan po ng ating former president kung saan po ito ay isang hero po ng ating bansa nung kanyang panunungkulan po nung pagka-presidente po, at ito po talaga hong isa po nakatulong po na para sa dipulin po yung mga masasamang gawa po, tulad po yung mga drug addict, mga nasa mga kriminal po na ito'y talaga pong involved po sa drug addiction.